1. The unseen tenant. The Ramirez family moved into their new home in a quiet town, unaware of the dark history that stained its walls. The house had been abandoned for years after the previous owner, an old woman named Margaret Holloway, was found dead in her bedroom, her body contorted in unnatural ways, her mouth frozen in a silent scream. At first, things were subtle. Furniture shifted an inch overnight. Faint whispers slithered through the halls when no one was speaking. Then their daughter, Emily, changed. The once sweet 11-year-old became withdrawn, staring at nothing for hours, her lips moving as if in conversation. One night, her mother, Maria, woke to a soft, rhythmic knocking. 3 taps. Silence. 3 more. It came from Emily's room. Maria pushed open the door and froze. Emily was standing in the center of the room, her back to her mother, whispering to the darkness. The air was thick with an overwhelming, suffocating presence. "Emily?" Maria called hesitantly. Her daughter turned. Her eyes, once warm and bright, were pitch-black voids. A sinister grin stretched across her face, her lips cracked and dry. "She's here," Emily rasped, her voice layered with something inhuman. The lights flickered violently. The air turned ice cold. Maria stepped back, heart pounding, but Emily lunged forward, her small hands clawing at her mother's face with unnatural strength. The priest arrived the next morning. He entered the house with a Bible and holy water, his face grim. The moment he stepped into Emily's room, the girl shrieked, a sound so guttural, so primal, that even the walls seemed to tremble. The exorcism lasted hours. Emily twisted and writhed, her body bending in ways impossible for a human. The voice that came from her was ancient, mocking. "She was mine before you came," it hissed, "and she will be mine again." Then, with a final scream, Emily collapsed. She woke up hours later, exhausted, unaware of the horrors she had endured. But deep within the walls of the house, a faint whisper lingered, promising that it was never truly gone. 2. The eyes in the mirror. David had never believed in ghosts or demons. He was a rational man, a skeptic. So when his brother Lucas returned from a trip to an abandoned monastery acting different, David dismissed it as exhaustion. At first, it was small things. Lucas stopped eating. His voice sounded distant, hollow. His eyes, once full of life, seemed darker somehow. He started speaking to his reflection for hours at a time. One night, David heard a sound, a deep, guttural growl echoing from the bathroom. He rushed in and found Lucas standing in front of the mirror, his head tilted at an unnatural angle. "Lucas?" Lucas didn't move, but his reflection did. The image in the mirror grinned, twisting its lips into an inhuman sneer. Then it spoke. "He isn't here anymore." David stumbled back. "What the hell?" Lucas turned to him, but his body moved in an eerie, delayed manner, as if his limbs didn't belong to him. His pupils expanded until his eyes were nothing but black pools of emptiness. David ran for the priest. The exorcism was violent. Lucas convulsed, his body flung against the walls with unseen force. His voice shifted between screams and laughter, his lips forming ancient words that made the priest's hands shake. "I see you," the thing inside him whispered, its voice slithering through the air like poison. "You all think you can send me away, but I will wear his skin forever." The priest pressed the crucifix against Lucas's forehead. His body arched unnaturally, his screams tearing through the room. The shadows on the walls twisted, forming grotesque faces that watched in delight. Then suddenly, silence. Lucas gasped, collapsing. The dark presence was gone, or so they thought, because weeks later, David caught his brother staring into the mirror again, whispering, smiling. And this time, his reflection didn't move at all. Was the presence truly gone forever? No one knows. And that was the last we have heard from Lucas. If you enjoyed these short, creepy tales, please like and subscribe, and we will see you again for another scary story.